Hey guys, welcome back to AWOI Gaming, and today we're going to be looking at Mortal Kombat 11 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and even for the Nintendo Switch, which is able to come out this time around, which makes me proud that it's able to play on this format of Nintendo games, being able to play in handheld dock mode or even on the go, which is inspiring for Nintendo. Now, the way that we do things here at AWOI Gaming is that we look for positive mindsets in every video game possible, because at the end of the day, there's got to be some kind of influence that we all look forward towards in video games that makes you want to play maybe another game or help developers create another game. So let's take a look at Mortal Kombat and see if it meets those potentials. And if you like this, go ahead and leave it, and maybe if not, that's okay. And we're just going to take a deeper look into this type of stuff. Now, Mortal Kombat 11, I have to say, is my first time playing Mortal Kombat in, oh gosh, maybe years, because after a while, fighting games just kind of withered away from me. Certain ones like Tekken or Super Smash Bros. Are like fun get-to-go games, but after a while, Mortal Kombat has like a unique taste to it because of how precise that its fan base is, and Netherland Realms has not disappointed in Mortal Kombat 11 for its ability to be so fluid in the way that combat happens throughout the entire gameplay. You can see it just by once you go into practice and just understanding how these combat moves go. I would challenge anyone to just go online to see how well you do, or if not, play against your friends, because at the end of the day, this game is about a co-op couch, sitting on a couch or over online with your friends, just to be able to have fun, just a quick pop in, pop out kind of game, and it's really good. Mortal Kombat's known for its matureness and like the grittiness in its combat, and it's not let down whatsoever in this game. You can see it in the fatalities, how brutal they still are, or the fact of being able to set up a certain way to do certain combos. Some of the character returns that everyone looks forward to: Kitana, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, which is probably one of my favorite characters, Sub-Zero. Just the ability to play with these characters on the PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo Switch or whatever you have was just awesome and refreshing to be able to relive my childhood of a video game that everyone loves and adores. I can just remember times of like just pressing just the X button or just pressing just certain buttons just to figure out what to do, and like it not working, like just the memory of thinking that someone was cheating because your button didn't work. It just all flushed back in while playing this game. Now, what does this game mean for the gaming community, like the comedy, the community with a K, as people would say? It's really good in its loot system. You have the crypt, which is something interesting. It's not like buy a bunch of stuff, which I've seen online that like where the whole transaction is like 66,000, and it's like wow, just to be able to do that. And I put that in the description below for the source from where I got that from, just to make sure that was correct. But it's crazy that how video games are so microtransactive and want you to pay to win, and that's not good, because I don't care about that. Like, if the game itself should be fun, you should grind and have fun to just do that kind of stuff. But I do understand the point behind it for those hardcore community players that want to play online to be able to become better or stand a fighting chance with those consumables that you get through the crypt or through the microtransactions. And just going through the crypt, it costs a lot of money to get some of the treasure chests in it. The crypt also has puzzles. It's very Mortal Kombat anyway. Just the overall nostalgia of going to Shang Tsung's island to be able to do that, and seeing Shang Tsung in the temple at the beginning was interesting to me, because it's like, man, that's childhood. If you have been a fan since the beginning or seen the movie, you know that Shang Tsung is probably one of the best characters in the game, just his ability to shapeshift and be different, and it was just interesting seeing him still in the game, even though he wasn't part of the story, which we'll dive into next. Mortal Kombat story is quick and simple. 6 hours is perfect for a fighting game. Each chapter is about 4 battles per character, and that's fine because it's a way for you to get used to the character. A character that you probably wouldn't use for your own sake while playing online or against your friends. And that's a good way of getting people to play games like that, because it's Cassie Cage. I don't know how many people use Cassie Cage, so just start off with her. That's cool. Go further in, you get to use Liu Kang. Liu Kang is a fan favorite. It's easy. I even said out loud, I forgot how easy it is to use you. It feels good to use you like this. And like, for some odd reason while playing it, it made me think, wait, is this combo still the same? And it is. Like, going to the controls list, move list, and seeing it, it was like, oh wow, these are the same buttons. It's cool. And just seeing them performed on the game, like on my screen, it was just amazing to see in like upper graphics, seeing the bicycle kick, seeing Scorpion say get over here, doing all the combat moves I've seen since I was a kid, just refreshed onto the PlayStation was something that was super special, and just to be able to experience again. The story, like I said, was 6 hours long, and like, I guess if you played the other games, you would understand what's going on. Me personally, I didn't play them. It's been a few years, like I said in the beginning. So, it wasn't confusing though. It was straight to the point, Mortal Kombat style, get everything done. And to the whole reverse time and bring everyone back, that's cool. Because I know some of these characters die off a lot and they come back. Just seeing like Johnny Cage of like his old style, and like Sonya Blade in his old style, it was just really cool. And like, I don't know why, it was just like kind of interesting in seeing how they would interact against each other. It was just rather cool. And like, just to go on, it's just like the 4 battles, it was just kind of split up in the sense of you fight someone and then cutscene happens, and then you fight someone and cutscene happens, rinse and repeat. And sometimes it wasn't like that. Sometimes it was like 2 seconds after, it's like you fight this person, and all of a sudden you're off to the next chapter. And that's what made it feel so fast. Like, you didn't really beat the storyline in a day, but we all know that the Mortal Kombat storyline isn't the meat of the game as it is compared to its online compatibility or its towers. The towers are still there. I'm glad that they kept them. It's just, you can go from very easy to all the way to difficulty, and just, that was cool. Just like, personally, you should start off low if you're kind of, I'm just gonna say with all respect, noob, and then work your way up, because you're going to get good. That's what Mortal Kombat or any fighting game is about getting good, repetition, figuring out a character that you absolutely love or like, and going and running off with that. We tend to go off what everyone else likes, but just find something that you like. But if you find someone that you like, just go for it and make it your own. That's all these games are about, is having fun and making stuff your own. Fatality, flawless victory. There is a section for you to practice your fatalities if you're not good at getting combo off. Personally, I wasn't, but after a while and doing in the practice facility, if I were to go online, I feel like I would be able to pull it off. So those fatalities are still brutal and gruesome and gritty, and that's the mature audience what they want, and I can see it, and it's just greatness for them, because we all know that Mortal Kombat is over the top, and it's okay because it's meant to be for the mature audience to see how someone can just rip out your heart and do some silly craziness with these unique powers. These are supposed to be humans, but they are the strongest humans in the Earth realm, and that's cool. I have to say that the only fatality I cannot seem to pull off, which could be easy, is Liu Kang's. Even in the practice facility, it was just interesting that out of all of them, he was the only one I couldn't pull off. I don't know if I'm pushing the button too fast or not. But also, the lag in buttons is not there whatsoever. It's like you can actually go ahead and push the next button in a combo, which is cool because it's like, oh, I don't have to set up and wait. Unless it says pause, then do your move. Which is cool because it's like, okay, I am in the practice facility, getting good, so it's not that problem for me to go ahead and go forth with it. Which I think that is something that needs to be done more in more fighting games in general, because sometimes there could be a lag, or you could practice it several times and the move never performs properly. So for NetherRealm to get this right, it's good and amazing to see that they can pull it off after like a year or two, or maybe even 3 years off from Mortal Kombat 10. Now, the way we look at games here is that we look how it can be influential to the gaming community. Mortal Kombat 11 is very influential to the game community, as it is very fluid, very fun. Just its ability to bring people together, just to play a fighting game just for a few hours, or just to be able to just have fun together. And that's what we look for in video games, is how fun can it really be for others. And I feel like if you have a bunch of people come over and just play Mortal Kombat for a few hours, you're going to have talks and just interesting conversations, and like those heated moments like where you're like, man, you shouldn't have done that, but at the end of the day you had fun, and then you just figured it out, and like you feel better. You want to have problems with someone just in general, settle it in Mortal Kombat, or just to be able to like, okay, let's settle our problems on the sticks, because that's what games can do. If you have like a small beef, like, okay, let's just pop this game in real quick and let's talk about it, and then see what it's really like. I remember doing that growing up, and it made me feel cool to put that beef aside and just have fun and like laughing at the end of the day, because that's what this games are about, is making sure that laughter's there, the appreciation's there. And Mortal Kombat 11 does that very well. There were so many moments where I was smiling. There were just times where I did die, even in the story, but it's just like, oh, okay, let me try this again. It's nothing to get super mad about. I know I can do it. It might take a few times, but I can definitely beat this person. And then after I beat that person, it was like, oh, cool, let's do it again. If you're an online person that is enjoying it's like to be better, I appreciate you guys in the aspect of wanting to play this game even deeper levels, hours upon hours, and you put in hard work for what you're getting, and that is fine, because that's what games are about. You enjoyed this game, you pay what you want to be able to become better, and that's all that you want to do in this game. There's no problem with that whatsoever. You guys are the reason that the game is even made, because people like you love it and they want more of it, and there's nothing wrong with that, because NetherRealm did deliver hardcore with a game that I wasn't expecting to be as great or even as good, because it's been years. I didn't think that I would be interested, but I'm looking forward to playing more online games with friends, or even going to friends' house to be able to play this game. And with that being said, this game is very influential for the gaming community, and even for developers who want to make a new Dead or Alive game, or Soul Calibur, or the next Smash, in its preciseness of being able to carry out forth everything that's in a game that should be in a fighting game, that makes everyone appreciate what the gaming community wants in fighting games. Well, that's all for me for today. I hope you guys liked this video. Just leave a like button, leave your comments below, and see. I want to know what you guys thought about Mortal Kombat, as it's still probably one of the hottest games of 2019 right now. And leave a subscription if you like, because there will be more content coming soon. And just leave it on a positive note. Y'all have a great day. This is Perry. Talk to you guys later.